And action. Buenos dias, good morning. It is day 8 of this mental alchemy challenge. Overcoming codependency, overcoming depression, overcoming the matrix, overcoming bullshit, which you've been going through, that's what I'm here for. At least to show people what's worked for me, what's helped me in this journey, because it's a journey. We're a journey, and I mentioned it yesterday, and I mentioned it again just because it's very, I call it it's important. And the reason why I say it's important is because you want to be happy, correct? You want to be happy, right? That's what we look for. And it reminds me of, I feel weird without my earphones because I could hear everything, the plane passing, my aunt in the kitchen over here. I could hear like there's a dog out there, and this is where this comes in play. Kind of like noise cancellation, somewhat. Take a deep breath in through the nose, 3 seconds. Hold for 6, out for 9. We'll just do that one time. Just get grounded, get here, and come in. Become present, right? Ready? In through the nose. 3, hold for 6. Out for 9. Sorry about that, guys. I spit a lot because I wake up and I see my window open. You know, let's turn off this inside because it kind of clogs up the camera, like messes up the focus on the camera. All right, then we turn it off. So, all right, guys. It's hard to get started. It's harder to start. Just jump on here and start talking about, becoming the best version of yourself and how you're doing it. And my buddy didn't comment, my Australian homie. And we did do a tarot card, by the way, yesterday. So we're gonna pull that right away. But yeah, my Australian homie, Cartman, or the mate, he didn't respond back, and it's because I did ask him to put his YouTube channel or his social media page since he's a rapper, right? So if you're a rapper, you gotta have social media, right? Because you have to be putting your content out there. You have to be recognized. You want to be seen if you want to become a rapper. That's the thing. It's like, do you want to be seen, Johnny? Of course. Who doesn't want to be seen? Everyone wants to be seen. That's the whole problem. That's why we're so fucked up growing up. Because if you come from a background like myself, which is a narcissistic family, borderline family, just mental fuck upness, like schizophrenia, probably even histrionic, it's just bad. It's just, that's the bloodline. That's the bloodline in regards to what you're here to do, which is break those chains. Because we all have it. It's just, if you stay stuck in these toxic relationships, these toxic cycles, you're hindering your growth. You're hindering your spiritual growth. So, or you're halting it sometimes, even halting it altogether. If you continue just to be in this low vibe, enabling the other person, not taking accountability for yourself, because you are very high in those narcissistic traits as well. The difference is that you understand, you come to solutions, you question yourself. But misery loves company. So when you're with the other person or that toxic individual, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see when you're in the box. Step out the box. Become the observer. I can go on forever with this, guys. Which brings me to what the other mate was saying. But let's finish off what I was saying right now about being seen. Everyone wants to be seen. So when you were small, when you were younger, you were rendered invisible. Your opinion didn't matter. Who gives a fuck what you're saying? Shut the fuck up and go to your room. Things like that. It's your parents or like I said, if you're anything like me, if you're Heyoka, and we're gonna start using that term more, Heyoka, instead of saying codependency. Why? Because if I told you, let's just start off, and you come to me, or you come spinning out of your mind out of a narcissistic discard, or out of a narcissistic cycle, or being gaslighted, belittled, just bullshitted. You're just bullshitted. Say you come from there, and I'm hearing you out, and right away I'm like, okay, this was a fucking codependent, or this fool, or this high now, whatever, is a borderline. I'm not a doctor, by the way. This is just my observation, what I'm seeing through experience. But if you have those traits, let's say, let's put them traits because it's reasonable. But as soon as, this is me though, now, because I'm thinking about it as if I was in your shoes. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not here for a diagnosis. But if I tell you you're Heyoka, you're a super empath, you're an empath, you're one of the most powerful empaths there are. Because it's the truth. It's just, these are the labels. And these are labels you have to get away from once you understand them. Understand them, know them, get to know thyself. It's painful. It's hard to hear this stuff. Here's Sam Vaknin. You'll be like, what the fuck? How long has this fool been following me? Meaning, because the shit he says resonates. And just know, that doesn't make you that, because for a doctor has to diagnose you, by the way. And they have to be observing you for a while. At least you get an accurate diagnosis of what the fuck is wrong with you. Here, in the sense of why is there's something not clicking. And it's usually, see, if I explain this to you, you'll probably leave the channel right now, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? You're pointing out my flaws. No, because nobody wants to see their flaws. I don't want to see my flaws. You know what I mean? We rather blame others, rather shift it onto others. This is where that victim mentality comes in play, and you got to get the fuck out of it. And this is me just telling you to straight the fuck up. So that's why I do want to say and put that term more of, say, let's say Heyoka. Because like I said earlier, or like I was saying, if I came to you and say, hey man, you're a codependent, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? You're fucking clingy, or you need outside validation. If I start telling you this stuff, then guess what? Then you're gonna be like, no, I don't hear it. And I'd rather go back into that toxic cycle. Why? Because I'm breaking your illusions. They're breaking your illusions, and that's the thing that I was talking about the other day. People don't want to see their flaws. People don't want to see they don't want their illusions crushed, because they're living in an illusion. If you really think about it, we are little universes. Every person you see is in their own universe up here, going through their own problems, going through their own shit, going through their own cycles, going through their own searching and chasing happiness. When they don't understand, because I'm understanding this. Not like, oh my God, I fucking got it this foot because if it was a fucking genius. Even though I like to, say I am. That's the ego speaking. Which is cool. I understand it. I see it. But I need the ego. Why do you need the ego? Because you're still in the 3D world. And, people operate in that manner. I'm not going to use it for being malicious. I'm not going to use it to be deceiving. I'm not going to cause harm. I'm going to use it to help. Make you believe what you forgot. What you need to remember, that you are a badass motherfucker. You are an unstoppable force of nature. And you have a fucking PhD by experience. So, you can, like I said, you can see it that way, or you can see it as an, I'm a codependent, being that victim mentality. And it brings me to that one guy, the guy who told me about, one of the guys who, it started clicking, which was as I awoke into what narcissism was. Narcology. Hi, Dave McArchie. Hi, I'm a narc myself. I'm a covert narc. Because you run in circles. You introduce it to people as what you are. You're introducing what it is, which is I applaud you and I give you a standing ovation, meaning as in you're showing people what's up. But there's a turning point where enough is enough, right? Meaning, are we gonna just pick on the narcissist all day? We're gonna just sit here and blame others? And this is where the shift in consciousness starts, which is asking yourself the question, what role do I play? What is it that I'm feeding into the matrix? What can I change? Because you can't control other people. You can try, but you're gonna waste your time, waste your energy. You're not gonna get far. Very little. It's gonna come back. It's gonna manifest tenfold in the future. I lost my train of thought, but you get what I'm saying. Take a deep breath. In through nose, 3. Hold for 6. Out for 9. Okay. So, speaking of defiant psychology, is just you have to get out of that mentality, and you're gonna hear me like a broken record, like I said, because this is stuff that I had to engrave. I had to engrave in my own head, over and over. This is like what affirmations come into play, and over in the sense of like, I am an unstoppable force in nature. I am a badass motherfucker. I am worthy. I am I'm thankful. I am happy for my dog. I am happy to be able to come outside. I am happy to get the fuck up every single morning. I am happy that I have a tribe. I am happy that I'm able to see the elevated perspective. I am happy to have spirit guide me. Those are the type of things you have to tell yourself and consistently tell yourself. Since the morning, this comes into mind, binaural beats is very, very helpful for me as I awoken through my journey. So we're going to be talking about narcissism, because this is coming back to what the mate was telling me yesterday, which is my mate, Mark Carroll, badass motherfucker, Aussie, by the way. Thank you. He said that's old news. That's old school news. That's not, but that's the thing. It's not forgetting where we came from as well, because you can't forget where you came from, meaning the narcissism is there to wake you the fuck up. And don't forget about that. Don't sleep on that. And I know what he meant by that, meaning as in like, he's trying to guide me as in like, stay focused on what you're doing, which is self-development, improving yourself, help heal yourself by healing others. That's the message I got from it, but you have to dig more into it, because it's like, I was already going with the leyenda de la sucia. La leyenda de la sucia. Which is a covert narc that I was with. Because a narcissist in your life is a way to wake you the fuck up. That's the whole point. The point of the narcissist in your life, if it's your job, if it's your mother, if it's your aunt, if it's your cousins, whoever the fuck it is there to wake you the fuck up. That's their job. That's what they're doing. Now it's up to you how long you want to stay in there. It's up to you how difficult you want to make this for yourself. Do you want to make it easy? Or do you want to make it hard? Meaning enabling, being there. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult, because you're gonna start giving yourself excuses, because right now that's what starts popping up. What would be someone's comeback? What would be somebody's excuse? Which is the ego, by the way. That's the ego. Those are your negative beliefs. That's the that's a question that I do have. Is the inner critic considered to be a part of the ego? Well, it's one and the same. Say answer myself. It's one and the same. Meaning, because the ego could be useful, and the inner critic, well, you have to turn into a cheerleader. Meaning, stop that negative self-talk. You're gonna have to. There is a pivot point, And of course, this is going back to the narcissist. Because going back to narcissists, it's hard to do this when you're around them. How can you heal in a pool full of toxins? Meaning that's just surrounded. That's your environment. The 3 E's with Jay Shetty. We should look that up, but we'll get there. I'll write that down. Just give me a fucking second. So much. This is where quiet the mind comes in play. Remember, all this I'm speaking, this is before I meditate, by the way. But I did wake up today like at 7 o'clock. See, I just talked about like 10 things right there. Let's stay focused here, guys. Okay? In through one more time. Hold for 6. Out for 9. And I'm tapping here because this is where I want to focus, because this is where it starts getting clogged with mucus. That's why I touch. And when the more you touch on those points, that's where you're placing energy, you're placing focus there. That's where the healing starts. That's why Reiki, hand healing is very important. It's very helpful, by the way. This is next leveling up. I'm just starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Starting from the bottom. Now we're here. My whole team up and my whole crew up. Starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Yeah, man. Shit. That's some Drake, or the other one that it's Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, which is the Migos. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, type of thing. I walk it like I talk it. And you're gonna trip, oh man, you're gonna trip, you're gonna fall. There's gonna be stepping stones, there's gonna be, I call them stepping stones, not hurdles. Because stepping stones, hurdles means it's a little more complicated. Stepping stones is a stepping stone. Because they're gonna be roadblocks, or they're gonna be a stepping stone to you to overcome, for you to learn, for you can, because they're lessons. And dude, like I said, we're in school. I start asking myself questions. That's why I jump around, because I'm asking myself questions in my own little head. It's just trippy, dude. Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking alcoholic. I keep on as a rapper today, dude. You know what, man? I'm probably channeling that one cat. You know what? I smoked earlier today too. Why? Because I woke up earlier. Let's stay focused on it. What is 16 minutes in? Yeah, but the mate never, I told him to show me his profile or where to sub, but he never did, so. It's okay, no worries. Like I said, because they're still getting used to helping me. They're giving me something to play on, something to, remember images, man, remember that. So, yeah, man, whatever the fuck that came out of, whatever the hell I was saying, I literally went blank. I could stop here and start thinking what I said, but I don't remember what I said. You can remind me and I'll come back, but until then, let's remember, let's do some, let's pull a card. We forgot yesterday. Which is okay, man. It's okay to forget things. So I'm gonna just cut it a couple times as I'm talking to you guys, at least a little bit. Fuck. It's because it's kind of difficult when you're, you only have one arm. One second. I'm just cutting the shaft. Let's just cut it over here. Because I want to give you guys my back on the side of my profile. 1 second. Bam, bam, bam. We're cutting them. We're cutting them. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Cutting them. We're cutting them. All right. We cut them a few times. All right. Cut them a few times. And we're going to just choose any card. Which card should we choose? Let's choose this one. We're going to choose this one right here. Okay. Right here. Bam. The Four of Swords. Whatever this means. The Four of Swords. So if you can see the guy, he's there's 3 swords on top of him. 1 sword in his bed. There's a family there. I have no idea what the fuck it means. So let's see what. Oh, I didn't even ask a question. But like I said, I usually go with the intention of show me what I can't see. Let me see, understand the energies, the current energies. Any question you have. But right now I don't really have no questions because I'm kind of overwhelmed in the seconds, in the sense of like there's so much to do, so much to speak of. Content, I don't think you can ever run out of content of self-development because everybody is different and everyone's in their own journey. So you have to adjust. So it's I don't think you could ever run out of content. Like when you're speaking to self-development, narcissism, overcoming codependency, overcoming the matrix, because everybody is in their own journey, man. Like I said, sometimes I forget that it's not everybody is on the same journey. I mean, not everybody's on the same page as you. So one thing at a time. So before I do that, let me just turn on some if I can find the damn lighter. There it is. Some sage, man. At least some smudge. What's smudge? It's sage, like the sticks, the sage, like the leftover stuff. That's what that is. So, well, I just want to clear the energy, clear the air. There's so much going on right now, la cabeza. I was sad yesterday. I started crying a little bit. I mean, why? Because it was my grandmother's 3-year anniversary of her death. I didn't realize it until like maybe noon. I seen a post my cousin, he posted, and it just triggered me in the sense of like, wow, it's been 3 years today, well, yesterday. that she passed. She left this earth. And this is before I understood what spirit was. That was a part of my awakening. It was my grandma dying was the first one. Then losing my job. And then the narcissist discard. It was just like that. It just happened. And it happened all within like 6 months. The whole year was just horrible. And then the trippy part, as that happened, the pandemic hit. Like literally. So that was all of that year. I think it was 2019, was it? Or whatever. Like it was 2019 to 2020, right? 2020 was a pandemic. January I was feeling a little bit better because it was a whole year, man, of fucking suffering, literally suffering. Because my grandma died January 11th. And it was just from there. Everything just, that whole year was just, fuck me, man. It was, that's when the transformation started, man. That's because it was just oh my God. We'll get there some other time, but I'll be there for days talking about it. And, yeah, that pandemic happened, like literally. So it was like, I went out for the Super Bowl, came back, and this is the tricky part. So it was 2020, February, like the day after the Super Bowl, because I was outside, inside. I thought it was that. I got sick, man. Maybe that was COVID. Maybe I got COVID. Like, I don't know. But I was very sick, man. dude, oh my God. I was sick for like 2 weeks. I was thinking, I thought I was dying. Like, I think I might have had the first of it, like, meaning, yeah. And it was bad. And in bed for, like I said, almost 2 weeks, dude. Like, getting better and stuff, and yeah. That's when I started to wake. Like I said, that's when I heard Dave say that about, are you lost? Are you confused? Are you playing the guessing game with your spouse? Yes? You're dealing with a covert narcissist. What the fuck's a covert narcissist? That's what I started to find. And that's my journey began. Like, in the sense of, like, I lost my mind to find my soul. Like, I literally did. I literally did, man. I literally did. But it's okay. It's a comeback story. The eye of the tiger. Spirituality. The chief. My tribe. God. Understanding higher self. Understanding things like this is an expansion of consciousness. So the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening, that's exactly what the Great Awakening was. The Great Awakening was a shift in consciousness. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. I am blessed. I am thankful to have found a chief, or the chief to have found me, or for our paths to have crossed, in the sense of he empowered me and got me to remember who I am. Gave me boundaries, gave me core beliefs, and an understanding of who I am. And having that foundation is what led for growth. Because like I said before, the easiest way to describe it, or the best way to describe this, Leti, déjalo, pasa el perro así, lo tienes ahí marrado todo con los pendejos, please. She's just pulling the dog around. I see him like, and she treats him bad. I know she does, because he comes back with his tail. He doesn't have a tail, but his tail, and he's all like, because she's pulling him around. I already know my aunt. And for him, I'm sorry, it's just, I don't like seeing it like that. And then right now he's looking at me like, help me. And he yanks him around, like she doesn't, and she wonders why he bites. When muerde. Well, you're fucked the way you fucking treat him. I will fuck you up too if I could. If I get talking, I will bite the fuck out of you too. My bad, man. Let's just get, let's stay grounded here. 0 for 6, 0 for 9. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, man. I'll help you out with our kicks. Let's just finish this stuff first. 3 of Wands. What is a 4 of Swords? So we're looking at the 4 of Swords. Okay. I found this one here. It's called Biddy Tarot. I like it so far. It describes a lot of stuff. You click on the website, because I was just going on Google, but I clicked on this one yesterday when I was looking up the I pulled the car from yesterday. Well, off. You know, I was off of the life. Let's put the hoodie, just because it looks more. I look more dark. So, from my understanding, a dark empath is a super empath, and every Heyoka is a super empath. So every Heyoka is a dark empath at a point as you mature, as you awaken. Because to become a Heyoka is you're a mirror image, you are a sacred plant, you are here to teach, you are a healer, you are a shaman, you are a mystic, you are a black motherfucker. And right now, from what I'm understanding, it's we're in shortage of mystics, of shamans, of people. So it's a lot of us are gonna awaken. And I mean us, meaning Heyokas. Like there's gonna be a lot of us. They're very rare to come around. What I mean, did I say they? Because a Heyoka, you're always developing. You're always growing. You never stop growing because the healing is never done. There's so much. We're multi-dimensional beings. Like, yep, that's one thing, like, that I'm rapping, I have to reboggle my bogglemeter. My bogglemeter? I have to reboggle it, like, in a sense, because time is not linear. The time is here in this earth, in this dimension, and it's in this, because this is the Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon's badass, dude. And I really love her concept of how she explains it, that there is many places like Earth, but Earth is the most challenging, one of the most difficult things. That's when we do decide to come here, you're like kind of praised, like, dude, this fool's badass. Like, he volunteered to go to fucking Earth, because there's other places that we could be that are happier, meaning as in, like, it's less dense, it's not as heavy as it is here. Like we question something like, why is this person reacting like that? Why is that person in that toxic cycle still? Why can I see it but they can't? You know what I mean? Like, because you're in the illusion, you're stuck in there. You're still plugged into the matrix. Because your belief, you have to literally reboggle your boggle meter. If you don't, you're still gonna be unbalanced, because you start condition the body, the mind must follow. And how does Dr. Joe Dispenza say? Train the mind to know it more than the body, and it becomes a habit. Yeah. Train the mind, like condition the mind so much that it knows it better than the body. So like that, it becomes a habit. You know, and it takes time, and it's just repetition. The same mantras, the same cantations. I got that from belief. It's called The Power in Belief, and it's badass, dude. That is badass. That I assure you, man. I recommend that huge, big time. If you see it on YouTube, it's called The Power in Belief. You're being, how do you say it? It sounds about power of the mind, power and understanding the placebo, the power of understanding that you could just change just like that if you want to. Meaning it's the shift in consciousness, because 2,000 years ago, your DNA was altered, by the way. If you don't know that yet, you don't see that, your DNA was altered 2,000 years ago. Something came in, something from a higher realm, something in his image. Think about it. You're made in his image. And I'm not Bible-ish, by the way. And I'm not like, religious like that. But that's where the scripture is there. It's just over time has been manipulated, has been misunderstood. Words have been changed. Because it's like do an experiment. The line of 20 people, say a word or say a phrase. By the time it comes out to the end, it's not going to be the same phrase. It's not going to be the same sentence. It gets lost over time. But now with technology, with AI, and us leveraging that, dude, you have the power to heal in your hands. Meaning to reach out, to see other gurus, to see other people, to learn from them, adjust it, make your adjustments, because all the answers, you are a super Google. You're God, dude. I'm not bad. That's the alien in me coming out, or the narc just like, shut the fuck up. It's nice enough already. You're giving too much information. My bad, dude. I'm just having fun. But let's go back to this shit, man. Okay. Okay, let's accept the cookies. The four, okay. The Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Now, what I was tripping out was that how it describes it, and it does make a difference how it describes it. The Four of Swords shows at night, like it gives you shit that you don't see normally. Okay. Tells you to rest before you take on the next challenge. Of course, man. See, look at that shit. That's what I was thinking. But I'm like, I can't quit now because I was getting the messages that you're rushed. You're doing good. You're going. But that's the thing. It's like once you get me going, it's hard for me to stop. It's like, just give me a little bit of, and just oil it with some WD-40. Like I said, man. And I normally do this toward the ending or when I'm struggling. But I'm like, you know what? What am I waiting for? Why am I waiting for the opportunity? Why am I waiting to be? Because fight or fight. You know you're in your last straw. You know that it's like you're gonna have a dark night of soul if you don't comply. Meaning, with your higher self, you don't listen. And you see that cunning. So that's where you take the fuck off. That's where you're a badass motherfucker. That's where like people get surprised. Like, dude, how does this motherfucker pull this off? Fall down 7, you get the fuck up 8. Shit like that, man. But yeah, so I got the message too. Like the spirit and stuff. Like, I don't even know how it's because if it resonates with you, take it. If you're in line or you're in an elevator and someone's having a conversation and that's relating to your life or something, that's spirit speaking. Pay attention. Not through the body, through your higher self, through your third eye, through the pineal gland. Like, that's spirit speaking to you, because you're gonna learn that. It's gonna come across as just, do you want to learn it then? Like, this is your chance to hear and pay attention, because you're gonna come across this. Or, nah, fuck it, we'll just learn the hard way. That's for being in tune, being aligned, being at chi, being aligned, your chakras aligned, understanding your higher self comes in play. Your spiritual gifts are awakened, they're unlocked. They start becoming unlocked. That's what that is. I can say that with confidence now. Why? Because I'm living proof. I'm living proof, man. And I'm realizing it. I'm seeing it. I can see it through the elevated perspective. Yeah, man. I am a Heyoka, and I am a blueprint of the future. Meaning, learn from me. And I've been saying this from the beginning. That's what trip out on. Learn from me. But I was meaning more than like learn from my mistakes, because I'm fucking up a lot. But now I say it as like, don't cut the time in half by following, or at least the steps of making your own adjustments, making your own maneuvers as you go through your journey of awakening to who you are, to your gifts, to what you're here to do, because you are here for a reason. Everybody's here for a reason. It's just everyone's on their journey. Everyone's in their own little universe. That's all I'm trying to say. There I go again, blabbering on about I don't know what the fuck. And I actually read, because I read that little part. I trip out on. I'm telling you, I don't even need to read the cards. It's just trippy. And I'm just thankful for that. That's why I give gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to understand this. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the journey. It's fucking hard, man. It's not easy. But these are the rewards you get. And this is where I have to understand that I am grateful. I am worthy. I am worth it. It is possible. These are tears of happiness. They're not tears of being a crybaby, just to cry. They're tears of happiness, of gratitude. As I'm learning that everybody cries because they're sad. Everybody cries sometimes because they're happy. That's the neighbors. So yeah, I'm bad. I'm sorry to cry about that. It's just tears of gratitude to be able to be a part of this and be able to grow with you guys. So yeah, don't just share that part. Somebody just popped out. But yeah, man, hit fucking like, dude. You know what sometimes I'm thinking, like, is that my ex-narc spying on me? Because remember, our world revolves around us. As you start to realize, but yeah, man. So, You have reached an important first milestone and must recharge your energy before the next phase begins so you're refreshed and ready to go. Even if you're highly productive and driven, okay, thank you. Take the time out from your busy schedule to restore your energy and heal the body and the mind. Stand, and I don't make this shit up, dude. I concur. And that's where I think I should be rewarded as spirit. I really do want to go with Aaron Dowdy, Heather Hoffman, Victor Odo. I believe this is to Peru or Costa Rica for an ayahuasca trip. I know I have to get my passport and things. I don't want to get the jab though, but fuck, I really want to take the ayahuasca trip. Why? Because it will be a help in my spiritual growth, and it will help me understand myself. And by understanding myself and healing myself, I can help heal others. So that's the reason why I would like to go, and that'll be one of the biggest opportunities to be with like-minded individuals, observe them, for I can learn and grow and vibe. Man, I haven't vibed with someone like that, like in person, in the flesh. Nah, dude. It'll be nice, it'll be beautiful, and I can't wait. Like, I'm already there. See, I'm already there. And I might not be with them at that time, but I'll be there in spirit if it can't happen in the flesh. And I understand. I mean, I just want to throw it out there and release it, but I want to marinate in it first, because that'll be a opportunity of a lifetime. Just to try things like that. And why not more with the other greats, other legends themselves. So just wanted to say that part. 36 minutes in, and I shouldn't have cried because now I'm clogged here. Yeah, that's how tough it gets sometimes. And so we're gonna stick to Wim Hof. Why? Because Wim Hof is through the mouth, not through here. Fire breath is through here. It's not all over the place, and I want snot today. So yeah, I agree. In the sense of because I know for a fact that the way my future is looking, meaning because I'm following my passion. When you follow your passion, you unlock your dharma, and abundance must follow. And I know that's universal law, man. Somewhere in there. There has to be somewhere in there. But yeah, so take a break, meaning just to recharge your own batteries, and not a break like in party, break as in by yourself. And this is where I think the ayahuasca trip would be a perfect time, like for me, for myself, for me, me, by herself, to stuff like that. So it's crazy. So that was a 3 of Swords, okay? And there's more to it, by the way. To remove fresh energy and concern and focus so that you're ready for the next challenge. So, because I know that I'm not gonna be able to have the time that I have for myself like I do now. Like I could sit, like right now after this, I take a walk and I smoke. I walk the pooch, take a smoke, and come back, and it's by the time it's sometimes 11:30, and Tom Carroll, the surfer dude. He goes on with his 3-6-9 breathing and meditation, and I join him. By that time, it's then like maybe another hour. I either look at YouTube videos or jump on something, or if not, then it's already like 2 o'clock, and it's Brian Scott's readings, his channeling, his understanding of what. Because if you're anything like me, you can't really pay attention too much, like, or focus if it's not to your interest, or if you don't like it, you'll go la la land. And that's why audiobooks are huge. Like, I don't read, like, I read this and stuff, but I don't really, like a book read, it's all audio, or I'll read along, like, if it's things like that, like, that's what I'll do. Why? Because it's, I guess, auditory. I don't know. So that's that. And it keeps on going. If you've been going through rough times recently, such as the trauma or breakup or death or departure relationship or family member, financial health worries, stress or conflict, then the focus of the source comes as a sign to take a step back again. Yeah, it's just chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. That's all it is. Chill the fuck out is what that says. Okay, so that's that part. Keeks, vete perro, sí. Well, he's here. Okay, no, he's right here. But we'll take it right now, Pooch. Sorry. Yeah, Pooch. Boots, stop, boots. Oh. Okay. Hope that makes sense today, guys. I really hope that makes sense today. I gotta turn this off like that because the noise is unnecessary. See, that's the dog. See, dogs know what fire is. It's in their trauma. It's in their bloodline too. Anything, go with birds. Like they back up because they know fire. Birds, it's in their ancestral blood. They know fire. No, that it's in their DNA. They learned it, right? They don't let it be by it. They don't want to get burned again because they know. They know trauma stays in your bloodline, man, and that's what you have to heal. I was like, I like that. I touched zeros right now. I'm like, oh my god, dude, was I even recording? So, yeah, man. I hope that makes sense today. I ain't picking my little thing of things to talk about, but we're going already in 40 minutes. So let's do some quick Wim Hof, guys. We'll do some Wim Hof, and go with, and then we're gonna end with some Stoic, okay? We're gonna end with some Stoic, and it's only like the last 5 minutes of it. And what I do when I do the Stoic, I listen to it, and I either release it, meaning don't think too much of it, or if I don't, it's like, okay, this is what this means to me. This is what this is telling me. I release it, understand it, comprehend it, release it. So, okay. So that's for the Stoic. But right now we're gonna do some Wim Hof. And I still want to do, before this 30 days, I at least want to do it once. Maybe twice if I can, but I need to buy ice in. It's kind of difficult right now, but fuck it. We'll start making some ice cubicles or something. Because it helps with depression and stress and things like that. Okay. Okay, so I feel better in the sense of this unclogging. All right. Fuck me off. What's up, man? It's a weird ass name came up. Wim Hof. Dude, Alexander Lior. Thank you, man. You're cute, by the way. I like Lior. I like a lot of people because I see myself in them, and they're badass, and they're beautiful souls, and they're strong spiritually. That'd be beautiful, man. But you know what? Right now, I'll even take a trophy wife. Fuck it. Show me a trophy wife. Show me one of these Instagram models. Why? For the gram. Just for the gram, for the background, for the scenic route, and then just send them home. Because they're not looking for love, man. Those Instagram models are not looking for love. They're looking for money. Everyone's gonna make their own, right? Own it. If that's what it is, own it. You're not sure there. Own it. But I just say own it. Own it. Own it. Whatever makes you happy, do whatever makes you the fuck happy. Whatever makes you the fuck happy, just do it. You mean, and don't let nobody judge you. Don't let nobody limit you to what you want to do. You mean, because it's the learning experiences. Everyone's in their own journey. I want to encourage bad behavior. I want to encourage to go sleeping around. You mean, but if that's what tickles your pickle, you're in the hard way, man. Meaning as in, that's outside external validation. Because that's gonna go away. Sooner or later, you're gonna fall. Sooner or later, it's gonna vanish. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be left by yourself. And if you do not know how to regulate yourself, if you do not know how to define self-love, like love your own self, you're gonna suffer. Because everything's gone now. Because you could lose it all. Every empire falls. You mean dynasty, right? Something like that. So Wim Hof. Wim Hof, 11-minute breathing session. Guided meditation, okay?
So when my windshield broke, I searched for someone who really knew my car. I found the experts at Safelight Auto Glass. With their exclusive technology, they fixed my...
Hi guys, welcome. This is a guided reading session. Relax to lie down, sit down, whatever it is, relax. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Round number 1. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just go with the flow of the breath. In, out. In.
Go your pace.
Out.
I'm gonna go from mouth to out.
In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. Then more. Fully in, let it go. Five more. Let's
hurry
give
up,
it all we got. Last one. Fully in and let go. All right. 1 minute breath hold from now on. Be in this moment. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down and just be in this moment. Let that relaxation spread down to your toes, into your fingertips, to the base of your neck and head. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. Okay, recovery breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Round number 2. Back into that rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. In, peace, out, stress. Ten more. Fully in, let it go. Nice, deep, circular breaths. Five more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Here. And on the exhale, stop. 1.5 minutes. Breath, hold from now on. Feel. Become aware of your body. If your hands and feet are tingling, or you feel your body temperature is changing, that's okay. You're doing fantastic. If you need to breathe before I give the cue, that's okay. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. When you're ready, fully in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go.
Woo!
Round number 3. Back into that rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In with the relaxation, out with the stress. In, out. In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. In, breathe, out, stress. 10 more. Fully in, let it go. Nice, deep, circular breath. 5 more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in. And on the exhale, stop. 1.5 minutes. Breath hold from now on. Become aware of the blood running through your veins, your heart beating. Feel. Thirty seconds left. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. All right. Breathe in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let your breathing return to normal as you finish up the round. Move your body bit by bit, starting with your fingers and your toes.
Perfect timing.
Let your breathing normalize.
Perfect timing to go into meditation.
You like?
I want to get monetized, like I said before. So I'm going to show stoic.
You got a free app.
We're going to do just the last 5 minutes. It's just stuff that we didn't finish off this shit, okay? I feel so fucking high, man.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Man.
wish you a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Man. Bad motherfucker, man. Wim off. It's tough right here, man.
Let half still remain. Again, begin this, and thou wilt have finished. Nothing happens to any man that is not formed by nature to bear. Perfection of character is this, to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. Treat whatever happens as wholly natural, not novel or hard to deal with, but familiar and easily handled. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Keep at it, as a blazing fire takes whatever you throw on it and makes it light and flame. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. How long will you wait before you demand the best of yourself and trust reason to determine what is best? Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. A man, when he has done a good act, does not call out for others to come and see, but he goes on to another act, as a vine goes on to again produce the grapes in season. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. Because your own strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. But if anything is within the powers and province of man, believe that it is within your own compass also.
We'll leave off with one of these quotes.
Confine yourself to the present. Be tolerant of others and strict with yourself.
Boundaries.
Pleasures, when they go beyond a certain limit, are but punishments.
No.
A setback has often cleared the way for greater prosperity. Many
kill you
things
makes
have
you stronger.
fallen, only to rise to more exalted heights. The true man is revealed in difficult times. So when trouble comes, think of yourself as a wrestler whom God, like a trainer, has paired with a tough young buck. For what purpose? To turn you into Olympic-class material. But this is going to take some sweat to accomplish. What we do now echoes in eternity.
Always try your best.
For God's sake, stop honoring externals. Quit turning yourself into the tool of mere matter, or of people who could supply you or deny you those material
Become the master of
things.
yourself.
Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power.
It's powerful shit, man.
A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others.
Meaning, stop letting outside shit validate you. That's all that's about.
Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them.
Because you are. Must be chaos in you to give birth to a dancing
Concentrate
star.
on what you have to do.
Freddy G.
Fix your eyes on it. Remind yourself that your task is to be a good human being. Remind yourself what nature demands of people. Then do it without hesitation and speak the truth as you see it. But with kindness, with humility, without hypocrisy.
Laughter is medicine for the soul. Be honest with yourself. That is Marcus whatever, that's Arcelius.
I get really excited about teaching our customers at Blue Apron how to discover the wild world.
Life-changing quotes part 2, Red Forest motivation. Okay, this is my Red Forest motivation. So we're already at an hour, dude. Fuck me, man, shit. So, yeah, man. All you have to do is go through these quotes. If you go through these quotes, dude, you will have so much to talk about. Like, so much is their life lessons, dude. This one right here. Let's just let this decide. It says, when you rise in the morning, think what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. It's being thankful and grateful for what you have. Because this is what I was saying earlier. If you're out seeking happiness, seeking validation, letting the outside validate you, it's gonna go away. It's gonna fall. That's why fame and all, it's nice and it's cool. If you're entertaining, if you're giving to the world, if you're making the world a better place, I understand. But understand that the fame, the feel that you, because that's what you're getting fuel. You're getting validation. You're getting seen. But it doesn't make you. It adds to your happiness. It adds to your cup. It adds to your cup for you can flow back into others. Always give back. You'll be a service to others. What is I can do for you? But learn your limits. Learn your boundaries. Because if you don't learn your boundaries, you don't learn your shit, guess what's going to happen? They're going to take advantage of you. People with narcissists will take advantage of you. And that's what I was saying earlier about narcissism and things like that. It's just right now too, it's because of my surroundings and what narcissism is to me, that's the trenches. You're in the trenches. You're in the matrix. You're stuck in there. So because I was there, so I know how it feels. I know how difficult it is, and I get it. Meaning, I see it. You know, and it's harder to see when you're in the box. When you're in the box, it's very difficult to see your own flaws. It's very difficult to see the matrix, because, like I mentioned before, you have been programmed since you were small. You remember what movie it reminds me of? Of Universal Soldier. You know, when the kids, or look at the movie 300. They were trained as warriors, as soldiers. So if you're programmed a certain way, you're gonna grow up a certain way. And that's the thing, is the world is becoming unbalanced. So the world's gonna destroy itself if there's no balance. And that's why there is a great awakening. And that's why there is a shift in consciousness. For the world can be balanced again. And like that's what I was saying, a lot of applications are being, called now. Like it's like a draft. Okay, you volunteered, you're a shaman, you had volunteered before you came here, because you have chose your life before you got here. You chose your family, you chose your parents, you chose the things you're gonna see. Dolores Cannon said this, before you got here, you pretty much went with a travel agent, in other words. And that person, or the angel, or that spirit, or your guides, or your ancestors say, hey, this is hard. Are you sure you want to take all this shit? Yeah, man, I want to get over it with them. So just go down there, handle all my karma, handle all my shit, for I can start ascending. I can start becoming, because you want to be there. That's the whole point. The whole purpose is to become higher consciousness so you can ascend, because it is all one at the end. And if you ask me, what is the universe? What is a galaxy? Well, it's expansion of consciousness. It's the more your mind expands, that's the bigger the universe, and it's consistent and it's always expanding. It's always growing. It's infinite. It's infinite. It's infinite. It's non-linear. It's the alpha, the omega. It's God. I'm just tripping the fun. I trip out because I'm hearing this stuff maybe for the first time, and in the sense of like, we're my own ears, but I know this. This is all your Akashic records. You're just unlocking it. Your crown chakra is bursting. Things like that. So yeah, man. Love and light. Namaste, motherfucker. Why do I say that? Because it's like, we're light, but yeah, we're still dark. Meaning, because we integrated that in the fucker, man. Because if someone's too fucking nice, man, you better be careful. If it's too good to be true, be careful, man. Because there is a lot of fake people out there. Because I was there, I was in the matrix, and then sometimes, don't blame the person, don't judge it, because sometimes I didn't know. But once you wake up and then you start doing this shit maliciously, being not walking your dharma, not walking your light, becoming dark, becoming what could I besides say good luck. Yeah, man. So I hope that makes sense. Love and light. Oh, so I say love and light and namaste because I was like, that's how I go. Love and light, namaste. And when I said love and light, namaste, I hit myself. I said, motherfucker. So I sounded like that. But anyways, man, yeah, we're already going in an hour and 6 minutes. Someone jumped on. Hey, hit like, man. I can't see who you are. Just hit, hey, man, hit the fucking thumbs up. I mean, I hate it. You know what unsecure I can get? Oh, no, look at how special I am. But I'm laughing, dude. It's because, like, I was there, man. Hey, what's up, Reckless? What's going on, man? How you doing? You're a coach? Are you a coach? You're a life coach. I like that video. That video's pretty cool, man. Anyways. Yeah, man, you're cool, man. You know, because we're all learning, man. We're all learning. We're all on a spiritual journey, man. You know, I think one thing that I almost had my PhD. You already have a PhD. You already have a PhD. You have a PhD through experience, honey. Through experience, man. That's that much for sure. You know, your PhD, that's just paperwork. You mean, but to me, you already had it. You know, because you're overcoming your shit, man. You're a badass. You mean, and what I mean by that, it's because you're learning. As long as you keep on learning, as long as you keep on moving forward, and as long as you stay away from that toxicity, meaning as in like, you know, work with integrity, work from your, you know, from your heart, quiet the mind so you can hear your heart, because your heart wants to guide you. This is where that mind and heart coherence comes in. Yeah, man. Just letters. I got you. Man, like I said, you're already a doctor for me, man. Meaning you have a PhD. You know, because if you're able to see that, you know what I mean, like, I want to call you borderline, but like Ayoka. I am a Ayoka. Because Ayoka, man, I wouldn't want to wish it on my worst enemy. What does that mean? It's not peaches and cream. If people really understood, yeah, you are everything. If people understood what like a Hyoka really is, which is pretty much a damaged fucking person, someone who's hurt, someone who's been through the ringer, someone who's been through hell and back, and still smiles, and stuff like that, man. Yeah, then people wouldn't want to be in. People will be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not a Hyoka. But that's all really an empath is. An empath is a damaged person. A super empath is a more damaged person. A dark empath is a super empath that went the dark side. Meaning they're not going to listen to the higher self. They're not going to follow the intuition. They're not going to follow, you know, what the dharma or what the purpose is. As I'm learning, man. And the older you are, the harder it is to escape the matrix. Of course, man. You mean, why would we envy? Why would we envy? I mean, jealousy is fine. There's healthy jealousy, as in like, I want to be like this person. Yeah, but there's, you know, well, I'm learning, dude. We're all learning. And it took me to first cut toxic ties out there, understand, be with myself, love myself, defiant self-love, love all of myself. Oh yeah. No, dude, you ask me, they're just labels, man. But I'll tell you right now, you are a badass. You are a badass. You mean, and how do I know? Because like I said, you have a PhD by experience. You have a PhD in experience of what these scholars talk about, what these badass talk about, what you're learning in the books. You already know it. You know it through experience. So that alone. But I understand. You want to have it like in paper too. You'll get it, man. You'll achieve it. You'll achieve it for sure. Anyways, man. So yeah. So we're going on an hour, 11 minutes already. But I appreciate you coming on here. And like I said, love and light. And namaste, man. Okay. And I love you guys. And take care. Okay.